Is a Setapp subscription worth the money or is it not? That's the question that I want to help you answer with this video. Now, Setapp, for those who don't know, is a membership-based service which gives you access to a library of different Mac apps. And you subscribe for one monthly fee and you get access to a bunch of different applications, many of which are very, very good and very cool. However, depending on your use case and your needs, that might actually be a waste of money. So what I want to do is to dive into some pros and cons and see if Setapp is going to be worth it for you. Now, just to be clear, I'm not sponsored here by Setapp at all. I'm not going to benefit one way or the other if you get it or if you don't. All I want to do is to help you to decide whether or not it's worth the money for you. So let's dive in here and take a look. So I have personally been using Setapp on my MacBook Pro for about 7 months, and I really like it. I think that what you get for what you're paying is honestly quite impressive. And the app library that you're getting access to has apps for content creators, for developers, for all sorts of different walks of life, including writers and video editors and graphic designers and all sorts of things. And I think that's really impressive and very cool. Some of these apps will also work for you on your iPhone or your iPad, depending on the level of subscription that you have with Setapp. The base subscription for Setapp does not include the iPhone or iPad apps. However, it does give you access, of course, to the Mac app library, which is impressive enough. And that's like 240 plus applications, which, really is great for the price that you're getting there. But if you do want to install apps on your iPhone or your iPad, then you will want to jump up to that middle tier or the upper tier of the subscription, which personally I think is worth it for the price, which is really only a few bucks more per month. And that gives you access to several more applications, of course. Now, there is a program called MindNode, for example, which I really like. It's a good mind mapping tool, which I've used on my Mac, but I want that on my iPad and my iPhone so that when I'm on the go, I can keep my brain organized to some degree, which is kind of an uphill battle. But I like that I can do that on the go, and then it will synchronize for me through iCloud and then have it ready for me on my Mac when I get home. And that's very handy, very cool. And it's all licensed through Setapp with that one membership fee. So very handy if you want that option. But if you are only ever going to use your apps on your Mac, then don't pay extra for it and just get the basic subscription. That's fine. But I think for those who do want to be more mobile with their applications, having that as an option is very, very cool. Now, one strength of Setapp that I will highlight is this. Setapp gives you the option to try out a lot of different programs. You can download them through that Setapp application, try them out, see if you like them, and if you do, then keep them, and then if you don't, then uninstall them. I mean, it's very simple, very easy. But here's what I would caution you with and encourage you to think through. Think through how many programs you're actually going to want to keep. So look at the library, look at the list of applications that Setapp includes, and think through how many of these am I actually realistically going to want to use monthly? Is it worth it for me to pay a membership fee to keep these applications? Now, it might be, depending on what you want, but it might be better to just go buy those programs independently and then not pay for a membership fee and possibly save money in the long run. So if you're looking at maybe only 2 or 3 applications that you would be paying for a membership fee, then is it really worth it to pay that membership fee every month when you could possibly just go get them independently and save money? Probably not. But depending on what those applications are, it might be worth it. So Craft, for example, is a really good note-taking tool. And the pro membership of Craft is actually included with Setapp. So Craft is a note-taking tool which is comparable to Notion. Now, I personally prefer Notion for a few different reasons, but if you are someone who does want to use Craft and you are excited to get that pro membership fee through Setapp, then Setapp, that membership fee probably is worth it because then you're getting all these other programs on top of that, plus Craft, so really could be worth it. But think through your needs and look at what apps interest you and then decide, based on what those apps cost, is it worth it for me to pay Setapp monthly to rent them, or would it be better for me to just go buy them from their developers directly and support the developers, without going through Setapp to get them? Personally, I think that Setapp is a really good deal for what I'm using it for. However, depending on your use case, it might be better to just go buy them independently. So that's my long-winded answer, but I would encourage you to think through that. Overall, I do like Setapp. Again, I'm not sponsored by Setapp here at all. I'm not going to benefit one way or the other if you get it or if you don't, but hopefully this has been helpful to you, and I really appreciate you guys watching to this point. And if you liked the video, then please like it and then subscribe. It would really help me to grow the channel and to produce more content like this. And I really appreciate all of you guys who have subscribed already and who have shared my content and have commented. It's really encouraging, and I'm just blown away by all the feedback and support. So hopefully it's been helpful to you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.